Good morning, family. And happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath. I've shaken hands with some of you, but not all of you. And if you haven't been greeted yet, or you haven't greeted someone yet, take a moment to find someone close to you and wish them and welcome them to our church for Happy Sabbath for the church this morning. We are so glad that the sun is shining today, and I have a few things to bring your attention to, but first I want to give some time to Ruth.
Hello, good morning, happy Sabbath. I want to have a quick announcement and reminder. Not tomorrow, but next Sunday, November 9, we have the Women's Ministry meeting here in the Fellowship Hall at 4:30 p.m. So I want you to remember and make plans. We're trying to get the women's together, fellowship, and this time we will be having Bible journaling. The pastor's wife, she will be teaching us how to study the Bible and at the same time how to be creative. So if you don't have any supplies, don't worry about it. We will have the supplies for you to work with us together. But if you do have the supplies, bring them along, okay? We are also working on a women's cookbook. And on this meeting, because of the season, we have Thanksgiving, we are asking the women to bring a main dish. And the reason is, you bring that in a card, we will be making a cookbook, for all the recipes we're trying and tasting and enjoying. So we have many ways of entertaining and hosting people. Okay, so that is the reason behind it. So if you have your favorite main dish that you like at home, please bring it with you so we can all eat together and enjoy our time together. So don't forget, next Sunday, November 9 at 4:30. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruth. And that's in the bulletin too. There's a number of other announcements in your bulletin, so I encourage you to review that. I think the only other thing I would add is, looking around, there may be other women who didn't hear that announcement, so if you have them in your contact list, send them a text message, invite them for a week from tomorrow. There's a few things that are not in your bulletin, and it's a little bit important. So next week, we have the privilege of having our sister church, the All Nations Church, join us here for worship together. Pastor Kleber is our pastor, our speaker for both churches, and he's speaking next week. But they're joining us for worship, and we have potluck. Okay, so All Nations Church joining us, plus potluck next Sabbath. This Wednesday, I was reminded that there's no soup potluck, soup social, no soup before prayer meeting, because there is a church social. So no soup before prayer meeting this Wednesday. I also want to remind you, of course, about our prayer box here. You have the opportunity either before church or during the prelude to write a prayer request in that box between yourself and God. In the emails, which you may or may not have seen, I'm not sure if some of them were public, you're probably aware, at least tangentially or deeply, if you're looking at the news or paying attention at all, there's this Hurricane Melissa that's impacted many people. And so our conference has asked this church that if you're looking for a way to help those victims that have been impacted in Jamaica and Haiti, in Bermuda and others, we have a very simple way. We have our organization, ADRA. It's ADRA, ADRA.org, ADRA.org. If you go to the website, there's a big, right on the front page, there's a big option to give to help those who are impacted by that hurricane. And then some other important things. So our church school that this church supports, Browning and SLA, is starting a new program to help those that may be food insecure. With some of the food policy struggles in our nation right now, we want to step up for all of the children and provide not just a Christian education, but an atmosphere where they can concentrate and be food secure. So I would ask that if you want more information about how to donate and help support the free breakfast program at SLA, to contact Ariel Katie Flores or Janice Tello. I hope that's okay. I saw your name there, Janice Tello. So there's some specific ways that you can help, specific things that you can buy for the SLA free breakfast program for students. Okay, as we begin our service now, thinking about those hurricane victims, I opened here to the book of Psalm, the 46th chapter. Psalms is a little bit after Genesis and a little bit before Revelation. If you're looking for it, that's a dad joke. Psalms 46, verses 1 through 3. You've probably heard this. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam and the mountains quake with their surging. Amen. Welcome and happy Sabbath.